Here's why Kit was the most powerful Turbo Blader in Beyblade vs. Turbo. Kit was Volt's sidekick in BC Soul. He was with Volt the entire time. He had the championship tournaments and everything, the team tournaments in BC Soul. He was there the whole time analyzing the battles. He already had data of the bays and how they worked on his iPad, and he was a natural genius. He got his own bay, Air Knight. Now, Air Knight is an extremely powerful bay. As you see in this battle, it took 2 points from Chozy Valkyrie. Chozy Valkyrie, mind you, was Volt's upgrade to Winning Valkyrie. Mind you, Winning Valkyrie was already a bay that was powerful enough to go against Bloody Longinus and draw with it, even losing to it essentially. He upgraded this bay even further to make it essentially unburstable and much more powerful. Air Knight was able to get 2 points from this version of Volt's, and Volt's was fighting at full force in this battle. He wasn't slightly holding back against Louis as he was in the first battle against Louis, where Louis burst him, and then he went all out and burst Louis in the second round. This is Kit, and Kit is facing Volt. They're facing each other as rivals, and so they're going to give it their all. Kid is also extremely smart, as I've said, and his abilities with Air Knight are just extremely overpowered. If a bay hits him up into the air, he has the option to simply glide down the air. And there's just no way Valkyrie has enough stamina to maintain that. We saw that in his match against Iger, and he's never used that move since, but it's an immediate finisher. He uses that move 3 times, and he beats Volt 3-0. The only reason he lost this battle is because he wanted to beat Volt's attacking him. He wanted to prove to Volt that he could beat him at a disadvantage. He wanted to beat Volt's going at it hard instead of just winning the easy way. But essentially, Kit could have beaten Volt's very easily with that. Another thing is that Kit is able to defend himself very well. As you see in this next clip against Iger, he will use a move which, I don't remember the name, it was called Air Force or something. Essentially, Air Knight spins so fast that it creates a wind around it. And so that's wind is essentially a shield. And it's not like, what's it called, Emperor Defense. It's not like that where you just, it's defending. It's like, okay, like Turbo Shield. No, it's not like that. It's a literal barrier of wind that is conjured around Air Knight, and nothing can break through it. It pushes you back. It's like a spring. The harder you come in, the more the wind pushes you back. The only way to get through it, as Iger did, is from on top of it. But if you get on top of Air Knight can tilt, and he can go up into the air. So Kit, again, he was extremely powerful, and I've made videos about characters like this in the past with Daigo. He was an extremely powerful blader. Or Kit is an extremely powerful blader here. Silas was an extremely powerful blader. Kurt was an extremely powerful blader. Like, all these bladers that are, like, they're good, and they've got a decent amount of screen time, but they're not, like, the main characters. Kit is one of these characters, and he is extremely powerful. He's probably top 5 bladers in Turbo. He went head-to-head with Chozy Valkyrie. And again, as I say, he got 2 points from it. If he hadn't gone for the burst stoppers in that first clip you saw in this video, if he hadn't gone for the burst stoppers and would have just stayed up in the air or even gone towards the middle of Valkyrie, he would have outspun Valkyrie. And he would have beaten him 3-1. He would have beaten Chozy Valkyrie 3-1. And in this battle against Iger simply thought of a strategy and countered Kit right after Kit had already battled. So Iger had seen Kit before. If Kit had a chance to battle Iger again and reuse this strategy, it's insane. And even against a blader like Fi, he would go up into the air, and the armor would just not be able to hit him. He could use Revive Crush, but he gradually moves down. There's no way Fi could pinpoint him in the air directly where that is. So Kit is just, he's been with Volt from the start. He's clearly got a knack for knowing bays and what they're good at, what they're not good at. He analyzes bladers, and he's been with Volt from the start. And now that he has his own bay, he's going head-to-head with Chozy Valkyrie and Turbo. And this is at a disadvantage because he's going for the attack with a stamina type against an attack type. So Kit is just extremely powerful, and that's the point of this video. He went up against Iger and Volt's, losing but doing very well in the process and putting himself at a disadvantage. So yeah, what do you think about Kit? Are there more bladers in Turbo or in general that you think are like this? I do have one that I'm going to do in the future probably from Beyblade Burst, the original season. I'll give you a hint. His bay is a stamina type bay, just like Air Knight, although not very similar to Air Knight. Subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to keep on blading.